Hey everyone. This afternoon I wanted to do a quick video on the 5-minute opening range trade. It's a setup that we do in the room each day, and it has a really high win ratio, and it's really a simple setup. I'll be going over that as mentioned this evening in the webinar, but I wanted to just give you an idea of what it looks like. And if you want more information on it, you can go to www.easyemintrade.com and get the ebook info if you're interested, or if you have any questions, you already have the ebook, feel free to shoot me an email. So this is on the NQ, and it works really well on the NQ. Just test whatever you're interested in trading it on. If I was going to trade the ES, I would use the range from 920 to 940 because oftentimes the ES has a small range off that first 5 minutes. But it's really easy to go back and test. So anyway, check it out. So on my left I have a 5-minute chart, and I don't trade off a 5-minute chart, but it just makes it really easy for you guys to see this. And you can see here's the first bar here, and I've got this indicator. This is Sierra that you're looking at, Sierra charts. So the indicator that I'm using will mark the high and the low based on the time period that I chose. So I'm using 9:30 to 9:35. Actually, I'm using 9:30 to 9:35, 9:34:59. So here you can see we get a break of that 5-minute high. And what I do is at 9:35, I put a buy stop, a tick above the high, a sell stop, a tick below the low, and whichever direction triggers first, that's the direction I'm in, and then the other order becomes my initial stop. So here you can see we break the 5-minute high, which triggers me for a buy. And then what I look to do is I look to get some larger targets, and I use the price projection tool. And because this triggered to the upside, I'm going to start at the low with my tool, go to that 5-minute high, and then back down to that 5-minute low. And I'm a little off with my lines here, but you'll get the idea. So here has the first target. I use the 161.8, then 261.8, 361.8. I have 233 there just as a test to see how often that gets hit. But for now, using the 161.8 as my first target. So that would be 94, actually used 94 even, and that's where I get out the first target today from the entry here at above the 89.75 area. So once I get my first target, then my stop automatically gets moved to a tick better than my entry on anything that I'm holding. And you don't have to exit in stages. Some days, admittedly, the stop is large because the range is large. I do have some criteria for taking the 5-minute opening range. Not a lot of guidelines, but I'll go over that this evening for sure. And you'll, obviously can adjust it accordingly to what you feel will work for you. So this is what's been working for us, and we've been trading this for well over a year now, probably going on a year and a half. And so once I get my first target, my stop automatically gets moved to a tick better than my entry. And then what I do is, as price is moving, I will use the super trend stop to trail my stop. So once those dots are better than my entry, and this shaded area is the 5-minute high and low on this range chart here. This is a 1-point range chart. And the settings on the super trend I'm using are 3. So once those dots are better than my entry, then I'll use that to trail my stop. Now this morning, because I have a lot of resistance above me, I've got 3,100, which is the round number area, which the NQ and most anything else often has trouble getting through. This here, the green line, that's the high from yesterday, and 97 is a resistance area that we had been watching for a long time. So as we're coming up to that, I'm still holding a portion of my contracts. I'm out the first target, and now I'm waiting to see if we can get through this area pretty easily, or if not, then what I could do is easily set a limit order in that vicinity, expecting it to pull back once it gets there. But once you see divergence here, You can see we've got a higher high here than here, and this is the MACD, here's the DMI. You can use stochastic, whatever indicators you use you can spot divergence on. So we've got higher high here in price than here, and when you look at the indicators you can see we've got lower highs here than here, on the DMI here than here. So that would lead us to believe that we're due for a retracement. Doesn't mean it's going to roll over, but due for a retracement. So once we're hitting that 97 area, I got out my my final portion in that vicinity. If you were using the trail dots, what I do is I always use a tick above or below them. So here is where the trail dots are. If you were using those, you would have been stopped out on anything that you were holding at 93.75. So that's pretty much the setup. Like I said, I have some criteria that I'll go over this evening. Now, Dan from Integrity Trader has a great indicator for Ninja, and it's just for Ninja, but what it does is it will, here's the first 5-minute bar here. This is on a 5-minute chart, and again, you can put this indicator on any chart. It doesn't have to be a 5-minute chart. You can put it on your entry chart, whatever you use for your entries, but this is just easy to see for the sake of this explanation. So his indicator marks that 5-minute range, and you can adjust those to whatever targets you want, whatever opening range you want. It's all under the settings. You can easily change those. So it breaks out here above the 5-minute high. Then we've got target number 1 right here just above it, and then there's target number 2, and then here would be target number 3, target number 4, etc. So as mentioned, I was out a portion at the first target, and then I trailed using the super trend dots on my 1-point range chart. Now, you see that you've got the second target here at 3,175.75. So you certainly could wait to see if that gets hit. But just because of the area, as I mentioned, where it was heading, I was happy to get out in that 97 vicinity on my remaining contracts. So I hope that helps, and I hope to see you guys tonight. And if you have any questions, you can certainly shoot me an email, or if you want to find out more about this setup or any of the other setups that we trade, you can go to www.easyemintrade.com. And tonight I'll also be going over the counter channel continuation setup, as well as showing you how to find support and resistance. So I hope you all have a great afternoon, and we'll talk to you all soon.